Welcome to today's deep dive into Dr. Feng Cheng Carr's book, Jom Mindful Gym Now. We're on a mission today to unpack this really practical, active approach to mindfulness.
Yeah, it's a completely different way to look at it,
Yeah.
honestly, especially for people with really hectic lives.
It really is. I mean, when most of us hear mindfulness, you probably picture like sitting cross-legged in some quiet, scented room, just trying to make your mind completely blank, like a coconut without thoughts.
Right, the empty coconut, which is completely backward according to this book. The approach here treats mindfulness as an active, trainable mental workout.
Okay, a workout.
Yeah, I mean, it was originally built for healthcare workers dealing with severe burnout. So it's not about, escaping reality or zoning out. It's a deliberate, systematic training of your attention and emotional regulation.
Okay, so if we follow that physical gym analogy, I mean, you don't get stronger by just reading a book about lifting weights, right?
Exactly. You have to put in the reps.
Right, but if the goal isn't to just clear your mind and chill out, what exactly are we lifting in this mental gym? Like, how does this workout actually function?
Well, we're actively lifting ourselves out of the brain's default mode network.
The default mode network.
Yeah, basically autopilot. When we run on autopilot, that neural loop takes over, which studies heavily linked to depressive rumination and just, mindless reactions.
Oh, like when you drive home and suddenly realize you don't remember the last 5 miles?
Exactly that. So the source material defines this workout as remembering to pay attention to the present moment with an attitude of kindness, a beginner's mind, and wisdom. You're actively interrupting that autopilot loop.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
But breaking that loop sounds hard.
Mm.
The book uses these 5 owls as mental gym stations to train this, right? Let's ground this in reality for a second. Say you are trapped in just a deeply frustrating meeting. The first station, the gray owl, is just remembering to pause. But if my brain is already fried, running on pure survival mode, it actively resists pausing. How do I magically remember to be mindful in that state?
Well, you don't rely on magic, honestly. You build physical triggers.
Physical triggers, like what?
It could be the physical sensation of your feet hitting the floor, or like feeling the cold metal of a door handle before you walk into that stressful meeting. That physical cue triggers the gray owl.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's a tangible anchor.
Exactly. And once you've successfully paused, you immediately deploy the blue owl, which represents attention.
It's flashlight of the mind, right?
Yes. Think of it as a mental flashlight. Instead of letting your brain loop endlessly through anger about the meeting, you deliberately shine that flashlight onto a neutral, present reality.
Like a breathing.
Right, you're
Yeah.
breathing, or even just the texture of the table you're sitting at. You're literally forcing a different part of the brain to light up.
Okay, so you've interrupted the loop. But, I mean, honestly, noticing how stressed I am usually just makes me more stressed.
Which is incredibly common.
Right. It's like observing your own stress harshly is like having a toxic boss yelling at you while you're already trying to put out a fire. It just adds to the burden.
That is a perfect analogy. And that's exactly why the third station is so crucial, the pink owl. It combines mindfulness with kindness to create kindfulness.
Kindfulness. I actually really like that term.
Yeah, because kindfulness softens that harsh self-attack. If you're constantly judging yourself for being stressed, you have no energy left. This softens it, so you actually have the bandwidth to deal with the actual problem.
Right. You fire the toxic boss in your head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that bandwidth is critical because it allows you to bring in the green owl, the beginner's mind.
So seeing things with fresh eyes.
Yeah. You look at that frustrating meeting without the heavy baggage of the last 10 meetings you've had with these same people. You see the immediate situation fresh.
Which has to be hard to do, but I get why it's a workout.
It is a workout. And clearing that baggage clears the path for the final station, the yellow owl, which is wisdom.
Okay, so how does wisdom fit in?
Wisdom is the mechanism that translates all this passive awareness into actual action. It shifts you from a reactive state like snapping at a colleague out of frustration to asking, well, what is the most helpful thing to do right now?
Oh, I see. That transition from just a blind reaction to an intentional action, that's the core of the whole workout.
It really is. And the beauty of these 5 gym stations is that they don't require a week-long silent retreat to execute.
Right. You don't need a scented room.
No. They're designed specifically to be used on demand and on the go, whether you're walking down a hospital corridor, sitting in traffic, or literally right in the middle of that difficult meeting. Integrating these active, deliberate pauses is what actively protects you from exhaustion and burnout.
It's basically a workout you can do anywhere, even on your absolute worst days.
Okay.
Which leaves us with this final provocative thought for you to take away today.
Let's hear it.
If you applied that green owl, the beginner's mind, to your most frustrating or boring daily chore today, what hidden detail or moment of joy would you suddenly notice that you've been entirely blind to for years?